Welcome to the CWI Part C practice questions, where I discuss the different questions that may come out of the CWI Part C exam. In this series, I will discuss the answers and the explanation to these answers and the clauses in which they can be found in the API 1104. This series will feature the API 1104 2021 edition, as you can see here. So these are 5 sets of CWI Part C questions for API 1104 that will help your preparation during that part of the CWI exam. So without further ado, let's get started.
API 1104 applies to pipe welding that conforms to which specifications? Letter A, AWS 5.28. Letter B, BSI BS 7448. Letter C, API specification 5L. Letter D, applicable ASTM. Letter E, both C and D. This question, it is being asked, what standards does API 1104 conforms to? Remember, every standard has this like normative references like this, wherein it is referring to other standards as well, as you can see here, listed here. Now, in API 1104, some of those standards are referred to in the material section, which is in 4.2, wherein API 1104 refers to the pipes and piping components that are being referred to in the standard. So, those standards are API specifications, ASME international specs, ASTM international specs, some of MSS specifications, and ANSI specifications as well. In the normative reference, as you can see here, it was very specific that API spec 5L, specification for line pipes, is also referred to. As you can see here, both in the normative references and the material references, BSI and AWS 5.28 was not referred to. By the way, BSI is a British standard which specifically in this set of choices refers to fracture mechanics toughness test. And as you can see in those referred standards, this BSI and AWS 5.28 is not referred to. But applicable ASTM standards and API 5L are both referred. So the answer here is letter E, both C and D. Once opened, where shall SMAW filler metals ending with numbers 5, 6, 8 be stored? Letter A, in ambient air. Letter B, electrode oven. Letter C, shipping container. Letter D, old refrigerator with 200-watt light bulb. Letter E, special plastic bags. If you can remember, electrodes named ending in 5, 6, and 8 are low hydrogen electrodes. If you know the concepts, even without scheming API 1104, you know that these electrodes do not want exposure with moisture. Also, if you can refer to 4.2.2.2, storage and handling, this specifically refers to filler metals. So it is stated here that the filler metal shall be coated and shall be protected from excessive changes in moisture. Hence, most of these electrodes are prescribed to be stored in elevated temperatures so as not to accumulate this moisture. If you see this clause, you have a clue that filler metals in general must be protected from this aforementioned moisture. Thus, the most logical answer here is letter B, since the elevated temperatures that these SMAW filler metals that must be stored to can only be given by an oven. So the other choices, especially letter A, is not okay since it is in ambient air. It will promote moisture. Shipping container does not contain any heat source that will maintain the temperatures of these SMAW filler metals. The 200-watt light bulb does not have enough energy source to do this, and special plastic bags are similar to ambient air. So the answer here is letter B.
By the way, I just want to take a break from the video and remind you of the free Udemy course that I've put in the description down below. So it composes of CWI Part A lectures, the introduction for welding inspectors. So you can check out the description below for that free Udemy course. Now back to the video.
What topics does API 1104 cover? Letter A, gas welding of butt weld metals. Letter B, arc welding of fillet and socket welds. Letter C, welding carbon and low alloy steels. Letter D, welding petroleum pipelines. Or letter E, all of the above. This type of question is already screaming to look into the scope of the standard, which is in Chapter 1. As you can see here, 1104 covers both gas and arc welding and welding of carbon and low alloy steel pipes and welding of the transmission lines of crude petroleum products. So as you can see here, every word of that scope is mentioned in these choices. So the answer here is all of the above, letter E. Which of the following applies to an ESI? Letter A, non-metallic solid trapped in the weld metal. Letter B, broken slag lines. Letter C, an indication usually found at the fusion zone. Letter D, wagon tracks. Letter E, all of the above. Discontinuities are listed in API 1104, Chapter 9, Acceptance Standards of NDT. Specifically in 9.3.8, slag inclusions are being discussed. Also, if you deem Chapter 9 is not enough, since, as you can see here, the question characterized every characteristics possible for the ESI. So you have plenty of possible answers here, and all of the above is also is also in the choices. So it is a possibility that every one of these choices are the answer. So if you deem that Chapter 9 is not enough, you can always look into the Chapter 3 or the glossary of API 1104, in which most, if not all, of the discontinuities are being discussed or being defined. The question is looking for the characteristics, and as you can see, ESIs are characterized by non-metallic solid and trapped in the weld metal, broken slag lines, or wagon tracks that are found in the fusion zones. So if you go back to the choices, every single bit of this one are being mentioned in the standard. So the answer here is letter E, all of the above. Repaired weld shall be considered acceptable if letter A, it meets the standards of acceptability of Section 9. Letter B, examined by the company representative. Letter C, be submitted for radiographic inspection. Letter D, ground smooth with a minimum of metal removal. Letter E, be re-inspected by a level 3 inspector. This question is kind of vague, and you need to be careful in looking for the clause. This is one of those questions that you really need to refer to the standard. Also remember that questions pertaining to weld repair, you need to refer to Chapter 10 of the API 1104. So it is stated here that any repair must meet the criteria of Section 9 here. So it is already indicated in Chapter 10 that the repair weld criteria must meet the acceptance criteria specified in Section 9. I also want to point out here this part, these repair requirements and company authorization requirements, because this admittedly I get confused as well during the examination. I always look into this one. So this question does not refer to this company authorization requirements. So this particular clause refers to when does a repair need company authorization. So I just want to point that out. So the choices here, be examined by the company representative. So it is not enough of an answer for you to conclude that the repair welds is acceptable. So be submitted for radiographic inspection. So submitting the x-rays or the radiographic films does not equate that the repaired weld is acceptable. You must have to have the acceptance criteria, which was referred here in Section 9. Ground smooth with a minimum of metal removal. So some weld repairs does not automatically mean that you have to remove the metal. It's a case-to-case basis. And letter E, this does not equate to being acceptable, because a level 3 inspector might deem that the repair welds is also a failure, or it failed. Actually, by looking into the question itself or the choices, the most logical answer here is that it must meet the standard of acceptability, which is section 9 of API 1104, which is the answer here, letter A.
There you have it. So that's 5 practice questions that will help you during the CWI Part C of the examination for API 1104. So if you want more guides regarding the CWI exam Part A, or some lectures regarding the CWI exam, or just become a better welding inspector by learning how to read welding procedure specification, identifying essential variables, and the like, you can check my channel, and the playlists are in this description. So if you like that video, please subscribe to my channel and comment down below for any questions. See you on the next one.